Now in this video I'm going to be showing you my new project, and that is this BMW R1150GS 2001. I bought this off a lovely chap, and basically I had to buy it as I see it type thing. For me it's a non-runner because there was no battery to test it or anything. So there was a couple of things that I actually done. I took the spark plugs out, put it in gear, moved the rear wheel, and I knew that by doing that the wheel would move, and it was actually turning the engine, so I knew it wasn't seized. So I bought this reasonably cheap, and a new engine. If anything is wrong with it, then I'm not going to really be at a loss, and I'm going to be able to do what I want to this bike. You'll be joining me on this journey, watching the step-by-step sort of when you buy a bike blind, what problems you can have, what problems I'm going to have. You're going to see this. First things first, I need to see if this puppy runs. The guy said it's only been sitting 2 months. He did say it does run and it is nice and smooth. By all means, this guy, he was lovely. He sounded really genuine, but always at the back of my mind, I can never just trust someone at face value just like that. And he was really nice. He gave me extra tools. He knocked the price down, and because I had to push it home with my mate, gave my mate a little bit of pennies in front of him. He made sure that was one of the must-dos in order for me to have it at the price that I took for it. Bit of a sad story on why the guy is forced to sell this. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. Let's get to it. I have had the battery. 1 second, follow me here. Oh, and as you can see, I've got a new cameraman. I'm going to hide for a second. So I have put this on, and it's been on all night. It's a AGM battery, so I've had this on charge. What I'm going to do now is I am going to put it in the bike. It was in the bike. The only thing I've done to this bike is pull the battery out to get it on charge. There was no power whatsoever coming through the clocks when I turned the key. I don't even know if this battery will have enough power to crank this over, but you will see with me whether it does or whether it doesn't. First thing we need to do is take off the front and rear seat here to get underneath the tank. It took me a while to figure this out. For you GS lovers, I'm sure you already know this, but this took me ages to figure out. So you got your little key here, and you just saw I took the rear one off. But then I was like, how do you take this front one off? I had no idea. I didn't know. I did that, tried lifting, nothing, couldn't work. Well, it happens that you have to turn the key back, keep it back, and slide this way, okay? And then it comes off. I was like, wow, okay. That took me ages. Lift up the tank and plonk that in there. It is filled with fuel, this. It's quite heavy. So there's a little strap here, and in order to get that on you have to take off this. So I'm going to undo that and get ready to have access to the side there. I'm going to quickly just undo this bolt that's down here. Oh, it's a little bit stubborn, but I got it. And get one of my trays that I love. Also, in order to get this off, you have to take off the top of the airbox. There's just 2 screws at the top here that you can take out. I'm also going to unclip the top sensor and take off the diagnostic port. Oh, somebody's put a K&N air filter in there. And yes, all of that just to get the battery in. Let's move this wire out of the way. Well, I just put my light on because I thought that maybe it'd be nicer for you to see this. This is so genius. You literally just slide it in. I had a nightmare pulling that out. Put the strap over, pull it down, lock it. There you go, it's all nice and locked. Now time to just connect the battery up. Just make sure you put the positive on first. And now the negative on. I'm going to make sure quickly just to put the top of the airbox back on and the sensor, just in case it throws up anything. Time to see whether it starts up. Put the choke on, shall we? I don't like the sound of that starter motor. It's trying, but it's not quite going. Okay, so it's turning over, but it's just not firing up just right now. I'll have a little look into what that's all about. It might be dodgy fuel. I'm going to work on this bike now, just off camera, and see what the issue might be. But I can smell fuel, I can hear good compression. I just don't like the sound of that start motor. It's a little bit grindy for my liking. Whether that's how these sound, I don't know. But once I get it running, I'll tell you what the problem was. Hey guys, thank you for staying at the end. What can I say, eh? I didn't get the bike running in this episode. Will I ever get it running? Well, you'll have to see in my next video of the GS project. I'm not going to give anything away. If you're interested in just the GS stuff, let me know. And please, do me a favour. Hit that like, hit the subscribe and the bell notifications, put it to all. So yeah, there you have it. Go over to my channel and see what you've missed out on, and goodbye for now, and you ride safe.